requiring residents with recalled Jeeps to park outside due to fire risks.
Hyundai and Kia are asking owners of more than 90,000 cars to park them outside because the oil pump can overheat and cause fire.
36 engine fires, 12 battery explosions, 7 people hospitalized. 1.1 million vehicles are under federal do not park inside orders right now. $1.8 billion in recall costs, and some still caught fire after the fix. The NHTSA has banned these cars from garages because they'll burn your house down while parked and turned off. 12 models are on this list, and number 1 has 2 different fire risks in the same vehicle. Is yours one of them? Let's find out. Number 12, Hyundai Kona Electric, 2019 to 2020. This one's a nightmare. NHTSA issued emergency warnings after 13 battery fires erupted globally. 3 of them happened in South Korea, while the cars were just parked with full charges. 2 more in Canada, 1 in Europe. Every single one of these vehicles was turned off. The problem? Lithium-ion batteries manufactured by LG Energy Solutions with folded anode tabs that cause internal short circuits. Hyundai had to recall 82,000 vehicles worldwide at a cost of $900 million. The fix? They had to replace the entire battery on every single unit. Until those repairs were done, NHTSA told owners to park outdoors away from structures. Now, think about what that means for a second. You bought an electric vehicle to be environmentally conscious, to save money on gas, and to have a reliable car. Instead, you're told you can't park it in your garage, you can't charge it overnight, and you need to keep it away from your house. That's not just inconvenient, that's a complete lifestyle disruption. So, if you're looking at a used 2019 or 2020 Kona Electric, you better verify that battery replacement documentation. Without proof, you're literally buying a car the government said was unsafe to park in your garage. And here's the scary part. How many used car dealers are actually disclosing this information to buyers? Probably not many. Number 11, Kia Seltos and Sportage 2023 to 2024. Number 11 proves this isn't just an EV problem. We're talking gas vehicles here. The Kia Seltos and Sportage from 2023 to 2024. Kia recalled 39,000 vehicles for faulty electric oil pumps. The idle stop-and-go system's capacitor can overheat, short circuit, and ignite fires. Kia reported 6 incidents of melting components already. Here's what makes this worse. The defect affects vehicles produced between October 2022 and June 2023. That means this problem went undetected for 8 months of production. How many cars rolled off the assembly line with this ticking time bomb? This raises serious questions about quality control in modern manufacturing. How does a defect like this slip through for 8 months? Where were the safety inspections? Where were the quality assurance teams? These are questions Kia needs to answer. Kia's solution? Park outside until dealers replace the oil pump assembly. For owners who just bought these brand new vehicles, that's a devastating blow. You're making monthly payments on a car you can't even park in your own garage. Some owners are reporting wait times of 2 to 3 months for parts to arrive. Number 10, Ram 2500 and 3500. Heavy duty 2022 to 2024. Ram recalled 30,665 Cummins diesel trucks for intake heater grid relay fires. 6 confirmed fires have been reported. 5 happened while the engines were running. But here's the terrifying part. 1 happened after the ignition was turned off. That means an electrical short can trigger fires even in parked trucks with 0 warning. These are $60,000 to $80,000 workhorses that contractors, farmers, and business owners depend on daily. Parking outside for months isn't just inconvenient. It's devastating for business operations. Think about a construction contractor who needs to load tools and equipment every morning. Now they're doing it in the rain, snow, or extreme heat because they can't park in their shop. Or consider a farmer who stores their truck in a barn. Now they're risking their entire operation if that truck catches fire. Ram dealers are inspecting and replacing solid-state intake heater grid relays. But until then, owners got the warning: park outside, away from buildings and other vehicles. The recall expanded from 2 previous smaller campaigns from 2021, which means Ram knew about this issue for years before taking comprehensive action. That's unacceptable when we're talking about fire risks. Number 9, Hyundai Tucson, Palisade and Sonata, 2023. Same oil pump disaster, different models. Hyundai confirmed 4 incidents of heat damage from these pumps before issuing warnings. NPR reported 52,000 Hyundai vehicles affected in the August 2023 recall. The nightmare scenario: families bought brand new $35,000 to $50,000 SUVs and sedans, only to receive park outside warnings just months later. Hyundai's statement was chilling. Owners should park away from structures because the electronic controller in the oil pump can overheat even when the vehicle is off. The recall notice specifically stated fires could occur without warning. 3 different model lines, same dangerous defect. That's a quality control catastrophe. What's particularly frustrating for owners is that these are 2023 models, practically brand new vehicles. Some owners hadn't even made their first year of payments before receiving recall notices. The resale value on these vehicles has plummeted because who wants to buy a car with a known fire risk? Insurance companies are also taking notice. Some owners report increased premiums or difficulty getting coverage once the recall is on record. This turns a car purchase into a financial nightmare. Number 8, BMW 3 Series, X3, X4, Z4, and 5, Series 2019 to 2022. Number 8 brings us to German engineering gone wrong. BMW issued NHTSA Recall 2 5V636 for 196,355 vehicles in September 2025. We're talking about the 2019 to 2021 33OI, 2019 to 2022, Z4 2020 to 2022, X3 and X4 2020 to 2022, M34, OI 2021 to 2022, 43OI and convertible 2022, M2, 4, OI, and even 1,469. Toyota Supras that share the same components. The problem? A Denso-supplied starter motor relay corrodes when exposed to water during normal operation. That corrosion causes electrical shorts, leading to overheating and fires while driving or parked with the ignition off. BMW estimates only 0.1% are affected, but because they couldn't identify which specific vehicles, they recalled all 196,355 cars. NHTSA issued an urgent park outside advisory. Premium German engineering, catastrophic American recall. Now, BMW owners paid premium prices for these vehicles. We're talking $45,000 to $70,000, depending on the model. They expected German precision and reliability. Instead, they got a recall notice and a parking lot spot. The fact that Toyota Supras are included is particularly interesting because it shows how interconnected the automotive supply chain is. A Denso part affects both BMW and Toyota vehicles. When one supplier has a defect, it can cascade across multiple manufacturers. Owner notification letters were mailed in November 2025, and dealers are providing free starter motor replacements with redesigned units. But the damage to BMW's reputation is already done. No injuries have been reported yet, but thermal events have been under investigation since January 2025. Number 7, Hyundai Tucson 2022 to 2024. The Hyundai Tucson returns to the list for a completely different problem: trailer wiring fire risk. NHTSA recalled 51,587 Tucson SUVs after discovering that certain dealer-installed tow hitch wiring harnesses were improperly sealed. The issue allows water to enter the trailer control module, where moisture can accumulate and cause electrical shorts. 3 confirmed fires have already been reported, and here's the critical detail. A trailer does not need to be attached. The wiring remains active whether you tow or not. Reports indicate all known fires occurred in 2025, with hundreds of complaints filed since 2022. Beyond fire risk, the defect can disable trailer brake lights. That creates a second hazard. Drivers behind you may not see brake signals, increasing the risk of a rear-end collision. Hyundai investigated the issue for months before issuing the recall. Owners were instructed to park outside until repairs are completed. Notification letters were mailed in February 2026, and dealers are replacing the affected wiring harnesses free of charge, though parts availability may cause delays. What makes this especially frustrating is that the problem stems from dealership-installed equipment. Customers paid extra for a professionally installed tow package, only to face potential fire risk due to improper installation and sealing. For a family SUV, that's a serious safety and quality control concern. If you're finding this information helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe. Number 6, Chevrolet Bolt, EV and EUV, 2017 to 2022. Number 6 is one of the most expensive EV recalls ever, the 2017 to 2022 Chevrolet Bolt EUV and Bolt EUV. GM recalled every Bolt ever produced during that period, about 142,000 vehicles. The total cost reached approximately $1.8 billion. NHTSA confirmed at least 12 battery fires in parked vehicles. Some incidents occurred after the cars had been sitting for days before igniting. Investigators traced the defect to 2 rare manufacturing flaws occurring in the same LG battery cell: torn anode tabs and folded separators. Complicating matters further, NHTSA confirmed 2 fires occurred even after recall repairs had been completed. GM instructed owners to park outside, avoid overnight charging, limit charging to 90%, and keep vehicles at least 50 feet away from structures or other cars. Several parking facilities in cities such as Nashville, Charleston, San Francisco, and Seattle temporarily restricted or banned Bolts. For used buyers, verifying battery replacement documentation became critical. The recall significantly damaged the Bolt's reputation and factored into GM's decision to discontinue the model before later announcing a redesigned version. Many owners reported sharp resale value declines, and trade-in offers dropped accordingly. Charging limitations also reduced usable range and added inconvenience, especially for urban drivers without flexible parking or daytime charging options. Number 5, Chrysler Pacifica, Hybrid, 2017 to 2021. Chrysler has recalled these minivans 3 separate times, in 2020, 2022, and again in 2024. The 2022 remedy failed. After that repair campaign, 7 additional fires were reported in vehicles that had already been fixed. In total, 19,516 vehicles are affected. 4 people were hospitalized for smoke inhalation. Investigators traced the defect to a folded or torn anode tab inside certain battery cells, combined with a second contributing factor that NHTSA has not fully identified. In simple terms, the root cause has not been completely resolved. Stellantis engineers later acknowledged that the earlier software-based fix was ineffective. The 2024 recall notice stated that some fires occurred while vehicles were turned off, and others happened during charging, raising concerns even when the vehicle isn't being driven. The impact has gone beyond recalls. A ferry service operating across Lake Michigan banned 2017 to 2021 Pacifica hybrids entirely. Families who paid around $45,000 for plug-in hybrid minivans suddenly found themselves restricted from certain travel routes. With injuries reported, repeated failed fixes, and continued fire incidents, this case highlights serious ongoing safety and quality control challenges and raises difficult questions about long-term solutions for affected owners. Number 4, Jeep Grand Cherokee 4 XE20 22 to 2026. In November, Stellantis confirmed a recall affecting 91,844 Grand Cherokee 4xe models due to a high-voltage battery defect. The same Samsung-supplied battery issue impacting the Wrangler 4xe. But here's the difference. Many Grand Cherokee owners paid between $65,000 and $75,000 for premium family-focused SUVs. According to CNN, there have been 19 total fires reported across the affected Jeep 4xe models. Investigations point to fires originating in the high-voltage battery pack, specifically involving damaged cell separators. Stellantis also acknowledged that prior software-based remedies issued in 2023 and 2024 were not fully effective. In fact, 9 fires occurred in vehicles that had already received earlier recall repairs. At least 1 injury has been reported. a permanent fix is still under development. In the meantime, owners are instructed not to charge their vehicles and to park outside, away from structures. That means many cannot use electric mode at all. These plug-in hybrids were marketed as offering electric efficiency for daily driving and gasoline backup for longer trips. Without charging capability, owners are left driving heavier gasoline SUVs while paying for hybrid technology they can't use. With class action lawsuits already filed and no firm repair timeline announced, confidence in Jeep's flagship luxury SUV is under serious strain. Number 3, Jeep Wrangler 4 XE battery fires 2020 to 2025. This one is part of the massive 375,000 Jeep plug-in hybrid recall issued in November 2025. Stellantis confirmed 228,221 Wrangler 4 XE models affected. Samsung SDI battery separator damage can cause fires while parked or while driving. Here's the devastating truth. This is the third recall for the same defect. Previous fixes in 2023 and 2024 failed. NHTSA investigation found 9 fires occurred in vehicles already repaired under the 2024 recall. 1 injury was reported. Stellantis told owners to refrain from charging and park away from structures. Battery risk reduces when depleted. Consumer Reports documented the never-ending pattern. Wrangler 4 XE owners paid $55,000 to $70,000 for off-road machines, now sitting in parking lots uncharged, waiting for a fix that's imminent but undefined. The Wrangler is an icon. It's the vehicle people buy for adventure, for off-roading, for the freedom of the open trail. Now, those adventures are on hold indefinitely because your Jeep might catch fire. The recommendation to keep the battery depleted is particularly problematic for a plug-in hybrid. The entire point of the 4xe is to run on electric power for daily driving. If you can't charge it, you're hauling around hundreds of pounds of dead battery weight, killing your fuel economy and performance. Remedy still under development means Stellantis doesn't have an answer yet. They're working on it, but there's no timeline. Some owners have been waiting over a year for a permanent fix. Number 2, Volvo EX3020 25 Tau 2026. Number 2 is shocking because it involves a brand new vehicle, the 2025 to 2026 Volvo EX30. On January 12, 2026, Volvo issued a U.S. recall covering 40 model, year 2025 EX30s due to a battery defect. The issue involves microscopic lithium plating growth inside certain cells, which can trigger internal short circuits and increase fire risk. The affected batteries were manufactured by Sun Woda Power Battery Company in China. Australia recalled 2,815 units. The United States received just 40. Owners who had just purchased these roughly $35,000 entry-level EVs began receiving letters instructing them to park outside, limit charging to 70%, and wait for a remedy. The troubling part? Volvo acknowledged that a permanent fix had not yet been finalized. The interim solution, capping charging at 70%, is meant to reduce overheating risk while engineers work on a long-term repair. For some buyers who took delivery in late 2025, the excitement of a new EV quickly turned into anxiety about fire risk within weeks of ownership. This is Volvo's push into the affordable EV segment, a brand historically built around safety. Yet new owners are being told to treat their vehicles as potential fire hazards, with the EX30 rated at roughly 275 miles of range at full charge, limiting charging to 70% drops usable range to about 190 to 195 miles. A meaningful reduction for daily driving. Number 1, Jeep Wrangler 4xe engine fires, 2024 to 2025. And finally, number 1, the Jeep Wrangler 4xe again, but for an entirely different and even more alarming issue, engine block fires. In November 2025, Consumer Reports documented 36 fires and 3 injuries linked to catastrophic engine failures. This time, the problem isn't the battery. The engines themselves are catching fire. Recall 25V-766 affects 2023 to 2025 Grand Cherokee 4xe and 2024 to 2025 Wrangler 4 XE models. Investigations trace the issue to a manufacturing failure. Engine blocks were not properly cleaned after casting, leaving sand and debris inside. That contamination can restrict oil flow, cause internal damage, trigger engine failure, and in some cases, ignite a fire. Some owners reported warning signs like knocking noises or check engine lights. Others experience fires with no warning at all. For certain vehicles, this is the fourth recall. Wrangler 4 XE owners are now facing separate battery fire recalls and engine fire recalls simultaneously. 2 independent park outside, warnings for the same vehicle. Stellantis is still working on permanent fixes. Imagine spending over $60,000 and discovering your SUV carries 2 distinct fire risks, one from the battery and one from the engine. 3 reported injuries confirm the danger is real. When failures occur without warning, especially at highway speeds, the consequences can be life-threatening. For flagship models like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee, the reputational impact is significant. If you own one of these vehicles, act now. First, check your VIN at NHTSA.gov/recalls to see if your vehicle is affected. Second, follow all parking warnings. Yes, it's inconvenient, but park outside, away from structures and other vehicles. Safety comes first. Third, contact your dealer immediately and get on the repair list. Parts may be limited. Fourth, document everything. Recall notices, repair orders, emails. You'll need records if legal action becomes necessary. Fifth, review your insurance policy to confirm you're covered for fire or defect-related damage. If you're buying used, always run the VIN number. Confirm recall repairs were completed and verify documentation. Trust, but verify. These are 12 vehicles banned from garages by federal order. Don't wait. Go to nhtsa.gov/recalls. Enter your VIN and check if you're affected. Your safety is worth 30 seconds. If you own any of these cars, have you dealt with the recall nightmare? Share your story below. And if you enjoyed the content, smash that like button and subscribe for more auto content. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.